Protecting your ideas, why it matters for small businesses in China. Listen up, entrepreneurs. You've got a killer product or service. It's unique, it's innovative, it's your ticket to the big leagues. But here's the kicker. Are you protecting it, especially if you're eyeing the massive Chinese market? You need to get serious about safeguarding your intellectual property. Let me tell you, I've seen too many small businesses make the mistake of overlooking IP protection. They think it's just for the big guys. Wrong. It's crucial for businesses of all sizes. In China, where the market is booming but IP laws can be tricky, it's even more critical. Think of your IP as the crown jewels of your business. It's what sets you apart from the competition. It's your edge. In China's fast-paced, highly competitive market, that edge can make or break your success. Don't let someone else run off with your brilliant ideas. Protecting your IP isn't just about playing defense, it's about creating value for your business. It's about building a foundation for growth and success. In China, where opportunities are vast but risks are real, a solid IP strategy is your best friend. So let's dive in and learn how to keep your ideas safe in the Middle Kingdom. Understanding the 4 pillars of intellectual property. All right, let's break down the basics. There are 4 main types of intellectual property you need to know about. First up, we've got patents. These bad boys protect inventions. Got a new gadget or a groundbreaking process? That's where patents come in. They give you exclusive rights to your invention for a set period. Next, we've got trademarks. Think logos, brand names, or even catchy slogans. Your trademark is your brand's fingerprint. It's how customers recognize and remember you. In a market as crowded as China's, a strong trademark can be worth its weight in gold. Third on the list are copyrights. These protect original works of authorship. Books, music, software code. If you created it, copyrights got your back. In China's booming digital market, copyright protection is more important than ever. Last but not least, we've got trade secrets. This is the secret sauce of your business. It could be a formula, a process, or a strategy that gives you an edge. Unlike the others, trade secrets don't require registration. But you've got to keep them, well, secret. In China, where reverse engineering is common, guarding your trade secrets is crucial. The power of a solid IP strategy, your business's secret weapon. Now let's talk strategy. Having a solid IP strategy isn't just nice to have, it's essential. It's like having a good insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but boy, are you glad it's there when you do? A strong IP strategy can be your business's secret weapon, especially in a complex market like China. First off, an IP strategy helps you identify and protect your key assets. It forces you to take a good, hard look at your business. What makes you unique? What gives you an edge? Once you know that, you can take steps to protect it. In China's fast-moving market, this clarity can be a game changer. But it's not just about defense. A solid IP strategy can open doors for your business. It can make you more attractive to investors. It can give you leverage in negotiations. In China, where partnerships and joint ventures are common, this can be a huge advantage. An IP strategy also helps you stay ahead of the competition. It encourages innovation. It pushes you to keep improving and evolving. In China's highly competitive market, standing still is not an option. Your IP strategy can be the engine that drives your business forward. Navigating the choppy waters of IP risks. Let's face it, folks, the business world can be a shark tank. And when it comes to IP, there are plenty of risks to watch out for. This is true anywhere, but in China, the waters can be especially choppy. So let's talk about some common IP risks you might face. First up, we've got counterfeiting. This is when someone copies your product and passes it off as the real deal. In China, where manufacturing capabilities are top-notch, this is a real concern. I've seen businesses lose millions to counterfeiters. It's not just about lost sales, it can damage your brand reputation too. Then there's trademark squatting. This is when someone registers your trademark before you do. They're basically camping on your brand name, hoping you'll pay big bucks to get it back. It's a dirty trick, but it happens. In China, where trademark registration is first come, first served, it's a serious risk. Another biggie is trade secret theft. This can happen through corporate espionage, employee turnover, or even cyber attacks. In China's competitive business environment, your secret sauce could be a tempting target. And once a trade secret is out, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. Learning from others' real-life IP stories in China. Let me tell you, nothing beats learning from real-life examples. So let's look at some IP stories from businesses that have been in the China trenches. These tales might make you sweat, but they'll also teach you valuable lessons. Remember New Balance? The shoe company had a rough time in China. They lost a trademark case and had to pay $1.5 million in damages. Why? Their Chinese name, Xin Bai Lun, wasn't properly trademarked. A local businessman beat them to it. The lesson? Register your trademarks early, in all relevant languages. On the flip side, let's talk about a success story. Starbucks won a trademark case against a Chinese company using a similar name and logo. The key? Starbucks had registered their trademarks in China and could prove their brand was well known. They did their homework and it paid off. Here's another cautionary tale. An American company shared trade secrets with their Chinese manufacturer, thinking their NDA would protect them. Spoiler alert, it didn't. The manufacturer used the secrets to compete against them. The takeaway? Be careful who you trust with your trade secrets and make sure your agreements are airtight. Safeguarding your innovations in the Middle Kingdom. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually protect your IP in China? First things first, register, register, register. In China, IP rights are generally granted on a first-to-file basis. That means you need to be quick off the mark. For patents, you'll need to file with China's National Intellectual Property Administration, CNIPA. Don't assume your US patent will protect you in China. It won't. You need to file separately in China, and do it before you disclose your invention publicly. China doesn't have a grace period like the US does. When it comes to trademarks, cast a wide net. Register in multiple classes and in different languages. Remember, your English brand name might sound similar to a Chinese word. Register that too. And don't forget about logos and even product shapes. In China's trademark system, more is definitely more. For copyrights, registration isn't mandatory, but it's a smart move. It makes enforcement easier if someone infringes on your work. And here's a pro tip: keep good records. Document your creative process. In China, being able to prove you're the original creator can make or break your case. Smart moves licensing, NDAs, and due diligence in China. Now, let's talk strategy. If you're doing business in China, you're probably going to be dealing with partners, suppliers, or manufacturers. That means you need to get smart about licensing, NDAs, and due diligence. First up, licensing. If you're letting someone else use your IP, you need a rock-solid licensing agreement. Be specific about what they can and can't do. Set clear terms for quality control, and make sure you have the right to audit them. In China, where relationships matter, a good licensing agreement can help you maintain control while building partnerships. Next, let's talk NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. These are crucial in China. But here's the thing, a US-style NDA might not cut it. You need an NDA that's enforceable under Chinese law. Make it specific, include penalties for breaches, and have it in both English and Chinese. Now, due diligence. Before you partner with anyone in China, do your homework. Check their track record. Look into their other business relationships. See if they've been involved in any IP disputes. In China's complex business landscape, knowing who you're dealing with is half the battle. When things go wrong, dealing with IP theft in China. Okay, let's talk worst-case scenario. What if, despite your best efforts, someone steals your IP in China? Don't panic, you've got options, but you need to act fast and smart. First step, gather evidence, document everything. Screenshots, samples, witness statements, collect it all. In China, solid evidence is crucial for any IP case. And remember, time is of the essence. The longer you wait, the harder it can be to prove infringement. Next, consider administrative action. In China, you can often address IP infringement through government agencies. It's usually faster and cheaper than going to court. For trademark or copyright issues, you might work with the Administration for Market Regulation. For patents, the local IP office might be your best bet. If administrative action doesn't cut it, litigation might be your next move. But here's the thing, suing in China isn't like suing in the US. You'll need a lawyer who knows Chinese IP law inside and out. And brace yourself, the process can be long and complex. Taking legal action: how to sue for IP infringement in China. So, you've decided to take the legal route. Buckle up, because suing for IP infringement in China is no walk in the park. But with the right approach, you can come out on top. First things first, choose your battlefield wisely. China has specialized IP courts in Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. These courts have more experience with IP cases and might be your best bet. But depending on your case, a local court might work too. Your Chinese legal team can help you make this call. Now let's talk strategy. In Chinese courts, evidence is king. You'll need to prove your IP rights and the infringement. This might mean getting notarized copies of your registrations, collecting physical evidence of infringement, and maybe even hiring private investigators. It's a lot of work, but it can pay off. Here's something to keep in mind. Chinese courts move fast. The whole process might only take 6 to 12 months. That's lightning speed compared to US courts. But it also means you need to be prepared. Have your evidence ready, your arguments polished, and your Chinese language documents in order. The long game: building a culture of IP protection. Listen up, folks. Protecting your IP in China isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a long game. You need to build a culture of IP protection in your business. It needs to be part of your DNA. Start with education. Make sure everyone in your company understands the importance of IP. From the C-suite to the interns, everyone should know what's at stake. In China, where employee turnover can be high, this is crucial. You don't want your trade secrets walking out the door with a departing employee. Next, create clear policies and procedures. How should employees handle confidential information? What's the process for developing new ideas? Who's responsible for filing patents or trademarks? Spell it all out. In China's fast-paced business environment, having clear guidelines can prevent costly mistakes. Don't forget about your partners and suppliers. Make IP protection part of your agreements with them. Regular audits, clear reporting requirements, and strict confidentiality clauses should be standard. In China, where business relationships are key, setting clear expectations from the start can save you headaches down the road. Reaping the rewards: how strong IP strategies fuel growth. All right, we talked a lot about the challenges. Now let's focus on the good stuff. A strong IP strategy isn't just about playing defense. It's about creating opportunities for growth. And in a market as big as China, those opportunities can be huge. First off, strong IP can give you a competitive edge. It can help you stand out in a crowded market. In China, where consumers are becoming more brand conscious, this can be a game changer. Your protected innovations can become your unique selling point. But it's not just about sales. Strong IP can open doors for partnerships and investments. Chinese companies are increasingly looking for innovative partners. If you've got a solid IP portfolio, you become a more attractive prospect. I've seen small businesses leverage their IP to secure game-changing deals in China. Here's another benefit. IP can be a revenue stream in itself. Licensing your technology or brand to Chinese companies can be a lucrative business model. But remember, this only works if your IP is properly protected. That's why all the steps we've talked about are so important. Encountering IP issues in China can be challenging, but with Trustiics, you're not alone. Trustiics connects you with experienced IP professionals who understand Chinese law. Our platform offers easy access to vetted lawyers, transparent pricing, and efficient service. Meet our top IP experts in China. Ms. Ji Jin, head of patent management at Wanhuida, has nearly 20 years of experience. Ms. Grace Li, founder of Beijing Mingkun, has over 20 years of experience. As a chief IP architect, Grace offers extensive expertise in IP management and litigation. Mr. Hong Zheng, an IP lawyer at T & Hao, specializes in trademark enforcement. Mr. Daniel Zhang, partner at Wanhuida, brings a global perspective with 15 years of experience. Trustiics is your gateway to reliable legal support in China. Visit trustiics.com today.